Hey everyone, welcome to Keeper of My Home. My name is Erica, and as always, I'm so glad to have you here today. And if it's your first time stopping by, thank you for being here. I'm so happy to meet you. Let's get started with the video. Let me see. Can you open it up? Let me see them.
Here.
Can you open it? They have different ones. They have polar bears. Oops. Porcupines. We have pelicans. Bighorn sheep. We have all kinds of them.
Sophie, where's that book? In the car.
Hi everyone. So I went to two thrift stores. The first thrift store I went to was in Nevada. My husband and I celebrated our 11th year wedding anniversary, and he surprised me to an impromptu mini trip drive over there, and we found the cutest shop over there. And so I want to show you the items I got at that store first. It was a huge thrift store, and I was so excited to see it. So the first thing I want to show you is the favorite nursery songs. I just thought this was a cute vintage looking songbook. I'm just trying to find the year. From 1990. Wow, that was the year I was born. So I just thought this was so cool. And his for the music notes and just the illustrations. The illustrations are entirely different too. And this is the second book I found. I just thought this was nice. This is for my girls to enjoy. What do nurses do? If you hear my son in the background, it's because he's with me, and so he'll be here. So what do nurses do? And I like the coloring book because the majority of the pages were not colored on, and it has lots of words, it has a lot of details, and it's, like I said, vintage looking. So I really wanted to give my kids a glimpse of how things used to be and books used to look like, and so I thought that was interesting. So there's What Do Nurses Do? And the famous Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I have not heard of this book. I mean, I've heard of this book. I just have never read it personally throughout my entire life of hearing about it, but I finally read it, and my kids actually do enjoy reading this book. I even know some people, some fellow homeschool moms actually did some unit studies on this book, and I just thought that was so cool to have a full week or 2 weeks of a book as a topic. Here's another book I got at that store. I like this book because it's real. The pictures are real. And look, someone actually paid $15 a long time ago, but I only paid about 50 cents for these books, and I love that they have real life pictures for my kids to see, and to so that they can point out when they see them in public or outside in the real world, they know what they're called. So here's one on butterflies and moths. Just look how beautiful the pictures are. I feel like framing this. Like, there's some Cavallini posters on Amazon. They're a little pricey for me. I'd rather just stick with what I have, or other inexpensive options. So maybe one day I will get me a Cavallini poster, but as of right now, I just use what I have. What I want to show you is I want to know about birds of prey, and I guess it has another section of space shuttles, which I don't know. I haven't read into this book, but I just thought, why not get a book that my kids can read on their on their free time, and maybe even do a unit study one day about space or the information. Oh, okay, so I see. So they did part of the book is a spaceship, and the other part of the book must be the birds. That's interesting. I haven't seen books like that until I went to the thrift store. So birds of prey, owls, vultures, condors, never heard of those. So there's so much information all in one book, and it was only 50 cents. And so now I'm going to show you what I got at my local Goodwill. Containers, I could never go wrong with them. This was only 69 cents, so happy for that one. My kids, I had my kids choose 2 books each, and they found this one. They're $2.99, so this is more pricier, but I just feel like the quality is good, and it's information that I can have and forever keep, and my kids can all read the books. My son is fascinated with eagles, so this one's his. Okay, so the next book is this one. It's the same series, and the cool thing about it is it's 2 books in one. It's $2.99. To me, it's still pricey, but I live in California, and that's how prices are at my local Goodwill. And there, this one's talking about the goose and the brown bears and all the bears. Yep. So this is one my 4-year-old chose. The Prayer That Makes God Smile. I just thought it was so cute. And these ones are less expensive than the other ones, so it's only $1.99. I also found a workbook for pre-K, so it includes 1 poster, stickers, and a lot of it has not been written on, so I like that. And my 4-year-old will definitely enjoy this. She loves to do workbooks like her sisters. It came with the alphabet poster, which I love. And I liked how the manuscript is, the handwriting. It's just the original traditional penmanship. So I like that about that. Another book one of my kids chose is I Can Read. This one has 3 storybooks in one. So that is pretty cool. It looks like it hasn't been written on. And my girls love Pinkalicious. This was only $1.99. This book is Animal World, $1.99. Science. I don't know why we just always we like science a lot. My kids really, really like science. And nature studies or unit studies on animals and finding like leaves and acorns outside. My kids are totally into those things. I got this for my 1-year-old. Well, actually, he just turned 2 yesterday, so my 2-year-old, I like it because, again, the pictures are real. At one point, my son was telling me, look, the bow on a picture on a book that I was reading that was animated, and that's when I figured I would rather him have books that show real, actual life things and material, so that he doesn't get confused, and that way he can really describe it, and if he sees those animals or those things in person, he knows what they're called. So I'm trying to work on learning or practicing my Spanish, and for my kids, I have not introduced any formal Spanish just yet. This book was $1.99, and I want to integrate it little by little. I do speak Spanish. I consider myself fluent, but I do struggle, and if you asked a native speaker, they'll definitely say I don't speak it right, so I'm totally working on that. So, but I do like this book. The shovel, la pala, hose, la manguera. I love it. That they can read it in English and see what it is in Spanish. My kids, 8, 6, 5, and 4-year-old. 8-year-old, 6-year-old, 5-year-old. No, 8-year-old, 6-year-old, 4-year-old, and my 2-year-old can enjoy this book because they're learning Spanish. One of the things I found, or my sister actually found this. It's a board, and it's really good, durable, and $2.49. This for the alphabets, and it came with this little whiteboard from Lakeshore. Okay, so this book is Science 3 for Christian Schools. Like I said, I have not read any of them yet. I just got them and was interested in the pictures, and because it said Christian Science, I was intrigued about the title. What causes sound? I love this. Look, God created our world in 6 days. Men have gazed at it in wonder for thousands of years. Sometimes men write down what they see or observe, and they try to describe what God has made. So that's pretty cool. And it has a Bible verse down here. Wow, this is so cool. I love the illustrations and how they integrate Christian views, Christian scriptures. And this section is about nucleus, cytoplasm. Wow. I've never integrated Christian books in my homeschool because the school program that I go through does not provide that. And so I just use the Bible or resources that I already have, but I have never ordered any material like The Good and Beautiful or The Good or other great, I'm sure. I've never ordered any Christian material, but I'm glad I have this book now, and I will look into it eventually when the funds provide it. But I just thought this is a cool book. It is, really is. There's so much in here. They have, I've seen they have questions and experiments to integrate into the program. Ooh, they have stuff on space, which my kids have done a little bit homework on that. And with that, I found this one as well, Science 3 for Christian Schools, Home Education Teachers Edition. So I guess this is just the lesson plans, the materials needed. Wow, about sound. That's interesting. So cool. I can't wait to dive into one and maybe try one of these this school year. Pandas of the World. This is the last book. I just got it because I love the illustrations again. It's kind of old school, and my kids can read it on their own time, free time. So there's that book. One book that I was really excited about. It was a little more pricey, $3.49, but the Ultimate Grammar Reference. Easy to use, punctuation, capitalization, spelling, and more. I really like this because there's some things I just don't know and I haven't explained. And a lot of workbooks don't do that. They don't teach you what is a verb. They just ask you, like for example, the 180, books about, the books that they're just workbooks. They're not meant to teach you. So I like something to guide me. What is a verb? A verb is an expression. It tells me what a verb is. Okay. So my son is with me and he's a little fussy. So anyhow, yeah, I like that it teaches you what is a verb. It gives a definition. What is a verb tense? The direct and indirect objects. It gives examples, punctuation, capitalization, phonics notes. I can totally use this for all of my kids of all levels. And explain, okay, for example, let's go to commas, how to make meanings sentence clear. Commas, non-restrictive clauses and phrases. These are such. Parentheses, hyphen, oh, that's a good one. When to use them, and examples of how they're being used. Phonics, long vowel, short sound, consonants. Oh, I just totally love this. Long vowel E, and then it gives examples. So anyhow, maybe you can find, if you're really interested in something like this, in this product, then hopefully you can find it on Amazon or something, but it's called the Ultimate Grammar Reference. And so yeah, that concludes this video, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider sharing it with a friend or a loved one. Also, don't forget to click on that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video is uploaded. And please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And welcome to Keeper of My Home. I love you guys. Until the next video.